What's good, everybody? Welcome to Explorer's Paradise. My name is Ben. I'm a USBC Silver Certified Coach, and today we are taking a look at the all-new Hellcat XLR8 from DV8. As we fire it up, scroll on down, hit that subscribe button. We're one of the few to do honest cross-brand comparisons of bowling balls these days, so if you like it, be sure to hit that notification bell too so you don't miss out on the next one. The all-new Hellcat XLR8 from DV8 on its surface doesn't seem like anything new at all. In fact, I don't even know what XLR8 means. This piece follows in the footsteps of the original Hellcat that was released merely months ago, with that same Hellcat DOT core with its 253RG and 053 differential and its 016 intermediate diff, but this time with a new solid cover. The new Maximum Havoc solid cover comes out of the box at a pretty dull 1500 grit, but how this is different from the Havoc cover which was on the original Hellcat isn't obvious at face value. For the layout, I wanted to do something different from the original as that piece was so dang strong, I could hardly ever use it, so I went with a 5 1/4 by 4x4 2LS layout, hoping that it would even the hook potential out more front to back than focusing on continuation, but still have that longer pin to PAP measurement to keep some extra side roll for me down lane. And on the lanes, well, I hate to say it, but it was just more of the same problem I had with the original Hellcat. Bowling balls that are this strong just do not get along with me, and even though the general shape of the XLR8 was decent, it was so much there was just no way for me to get it to do the right thing that matters most, and that was to strike. Sure, I caught a few lucky ones where I absolutely aced the shot off my hand and all 10 fell over. But my impression after throwing this one was that it's an even more niche piece than most solid asyms are already. Now, to its credit, my favorite part about this piece was that it shapes an absurd amount down lane for being this strong front to back. Bowling balls with this much cover and core strength really shouldn't be able to do that, but the XLR8 does. It breaks the common ideology of pieces this strong controlling the lane rather than this one from DV8, it just digs in and never stops hooking. If you consider this one against, say, the Brunswick Mindset, even though they fill a similar category, the shapes of each of those two pieces are so different, they could both easily be carried by bowlers that need that much strength in their equipment. For the pairings with this Hellcat, I think we first have to assume that strong pieces are your thing. So pairing the XLR8 with the new High Speed from Columbia 300 and the Dark Web Hybrid from Hammer would give bowlers who struggle to get the ball to stand up and turn their best chance to have a good look on most league-style lane conditions. I want you to do me a favor though. If you are considering adding a piece as strong as the XLR8 to your arsenal, what are you pairing it with? Let me know in the comment section. For our cross-brand comparisons, I first started with the Gem from Rotogrip. The shapes between this and the Hellcat are hilariously different, as the Gem is slightly weaker in overall hook potential, but does the traditional solid asyms thing in grabbing the mid lane hard and being nice and slow off the spot. Even though it's not a shape that I would beg for in a league setting, it was at least one that I could get to the pocket. It is also important to note that this Gem is pretty old and has a lot of games on it, so I think it's fair to assume that the XLR8 would work its way to being more usable over time, but developing a lane shine necessary for that to happen is going to take some time for sure. For the second comparison, I grabbed the Jackal Ambush from Motive, and it too had that hook stop type motion which I expect from solid asyms. In fact, it was even more pronounced than the Gem, but still provided a usable, controllable shape that I would be very unlikely to use on a house condition. Even though the shapes are different, I look at pieces like the Ambush, Gem, and the Hellcat XLR8 as ones that match up better on sport conditions. If I were bowling on a longer oil condition or one with more volume, that's when I'm getting a big dog like these pieces out to really cut through and control my ball motion. However, on the high ratio conditions like this, which most of us spend our time on in league, there's really only a couple types of bowlers I think would match up well with this new Hellcat. The first is actually full rollers. Everyone I know that tracks between their fingers and thumb tends to love big, strong asyms like this, and the Hellcat actually has more downlane kick than most other offerings in this category than any other manufacturer. So if that's you and you want to watch your carry percentage go through the roof, this might just be the one for you. The second is speed dominant bowlers, and this is definitely not the most surprising recommendation, but I think that's who this is really made for. Pairing strength with downlane pop like this will give those speed dominant players a piece that will allow them to go where the strikes are more than just where the friction is, as it'll hook from just about anywhere. The only question you have to answer then is where is the best spot to be to strike the most. The all-new Hellcat XLR8 from DV8 is a next generation in strength for their brand, And even though it's a niche piece made for certain bowlers or settings, if you match up with it, I'd be willing to bet you'll accelerate right past your competition. And you can pick this up today and much more at bowlersparadise.com. Be sure to use that discount code YouTube at checkout for free shipping. Thank you very much to Dale's West Illinois for letting us film this video. If you haven't yet, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell for more ball and product reviews, and as always, remember you guys, having the right ball in your hands, now that's a bowler's paradise. Peace.